How to make him realize he needs you. When you're in a relationship, you reach a moment where you realize your spouse has forgotten how important you are to him. So what happens next? He begins to become aloof and dismissive of you. Or you've only recently started the relationship and are eager to prove to him that you're the one for him. You're unsure how to persuade him that he needs you. Well, we all want to be wanted by our partners, but what do you do when he doesn't seem to get it? They say you never know what you have until it's gone, but how can you persuade him to change his habits before it's too late? Here's how you may boost his appreciation for you and make him know how much he needs you. 1. Go out without him. You used to go out a lot, but recently you've been spending all your nights at home watching Netflix and seldom making love. If you want more, if you're unhappy with your current lifestyle but aren't ready to openly express it to him, show him. Go out without him. You really wanted to see that show, but he doesn't want to? Don't settle for sitting at home with him. Go alone or with your friends. You want to go shopping, but he doesn't? You were shopping long before you met him, girl. Simply demonstrate to him that you do not require him to accompany you everywhere. Demonstrate your independence. Enjoy your life to the fullest and remember that you don't need him to do it for you. Yes, it's wonderful if he walks beside you and sits next to you while you're joyful, but if he rejects your requests, make him come to you. If he isn't interested in leaving the home with you, but is totally happy doing it with others, show him that you can do it too. If he still does not answer, it might be an indication that something is wrong. He's either stressed or sad, but he doesn't know how to express it, or he's seeing another woman. The key thing is that you understand that you deserve to be happy even if it means being apart from him. 2. Give him the security he requires. One of the most common mistakes women do in relationships is forcing their partners to modify their ways for their own convenience, such as forcing him to change his immature attitude, forcing him to embrace what she loves, entering his personal space, and making all of his personal decisions. You must learn to embrace your partner completely, including his imperfections, if you want him to appreciate you and perceive your importance in his life. He needs to believe that he has someone with whom he can be himself. You must also give him the assurance that he may come to you without hesitation anytime he's in a bad mood. If he finds you can't handle him at his worst, he'll lose interest and eventually affection for you. 3. Demonstrate your faith in him. One of the reasons men withdraw is a lack of trust or the perception that there's nothing there in the relationship. Perhaps he feels awful about going on business trips without you because he's afraid you'll be angry. Perhaps he can't enjoy the event because he sees jealousy shadows all around him. Demonstrate to him that you have a trust in him. Demonstrate to him that you can trust him with your body, your emotions, and your anxieties. Fear and hope have a stronger link than any other emotion. Sharing your deepest feelings and nightmares, as well as love, is something no guy can avoid. Once he's finished with work, suggest that you and your partner go away for the weekend. Alternatively, switch off your phones and focus on each other and the time you've set aside for you two. Spend the entire weekend dining, laughing, and making love to each other. 4. Establish healthy boundaries. What in your relationship is tolerable and what is not, because you get to choose what kind of conduct you'll put up with. The truth is that it is us, not the other person, who are to blame when we enable undesirable conduct. The thing about personal limits is that they are yours to establish and maintain. It's up to you to draw a line in the sand if he's communicating that he doesn't appreciate you as much as you'd want. That means if he consistently cancels plans, prioritizes other people and things above you, or comes home most nights and hardly speaks to you, he has to understand that's not good enough for you. We may be inclined to let someone violate our boundaries when we like or adore them. We don't want to upset them. We want to appear incredibly laid back, especially at the beginning of a relationship. This might lead to us saying yes when we really mean no. Let's say he promised to participate for an important event of your life and he says he'll pick you up at 6 p.m. You're getting ready with great excitement when you get a text saying he cannot make it tonight. Before you answer, consider whether or not it is acceptable. Maybe it's okay for you, and if so, that's fantastic. However, it's possible that it's not at all cool. Maybe you're feeling a little let down and disappointed. You're failing to enforce your own boundaries every time you act as if everything is fine when it isn't. This is not a call for irrational or princess-like behavior. Relationships need flexibility and compromise, but you shouldn't have to give up your dignity. Furthermore, putting up with unacceptable conduct only serves to hide larger red flags. It might be a hint that he's lost interest in you if it feels really one-sided. You must tell him when his words or deeds fall short of your expectations. While it may appear that remaining silent may save you from being frustrated in the short future, couples who are unable to express their needs and desires to one another are living on borrowed time. 5. Make everyone around him adore you. Make everyone around him adore you. You and his sister get along great, and his mother thinks you're a divine gift from God? That's great! Half the work is already done. Make a weekend trip to his parents' house to remind him that they adore you and believe you two look fantastic together. His friends believe you're the finest lady in the world and that he's really fortunate to have you? Make certain he remembers this. Tell them they are welcome to watch the football game at your house and to bring food, but don't stay too late. Make a ladies' night for yourself and have fun with it. Display to them all that you have a life outside of the relationship. All men respect women who aren't needy and clinging. There must be something serious going on if you already have his people's affection, yet he's pushing away. Because he'd have to be a particular kind of moron not to see how incredible you are. If he hasn't responded to any of your tactics, it's time to sit down and talk about the problem. You're both unhappy, and you've got to do something about it together. 6. Give your look more thought. Do you know that your appearance speaks volumes? Make an effort to improve your look. If you don't care how you appear to him, he could assume you don't care what he thinks of you. If you pay more attention to how you look, he will notice your efforts. Of course, appearance isn't everything. There are a lot of factors that go into a relationship, but impressing your spouse is one of them. Of course, this is the way it should be if you want him to recognize how much he needs you. Why? No one else, after all, will put as much effort into everything as you do. Your partner will respect you more if he sees you taking care of yourself and keeping physically attractive and healthy. But if you're serious about learning how to make him recognize he needs you, don't leave it to chance. Instead, speak with a real, qualified, gifted advisor who will provide you with the answers you need. Well, that's all we got for today. Thanks for watching.